Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 video, but today we're gonna be doing some builds. Yes, plural. We're gonna base every tiny home on each and every imaginary friend. Now, I have not gone deeply into each and every doll in gameplay, but I know a little bit about them already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna base each house on their appearances, you know? Like, she is colorful, rainbow, but I know she's evil. This guy over here well, he's colorful too, but he really gives me the idea of a jungle gym because I think he's like a goofball or something. And then we have this girl at the back here. Now, she is the creative one, but in my personal opinion, she also gives me gothic vibes. I think I might base her tiny home on some kind of mausoleum maybe. And this one over here gives me rustic fairy vibes actually, because she has like bull horns or something, or ram horns. But I'm not gonna make it exactly fairy-esque, but there's gonna be a lot of plans when it comes to this one that I know. So this dude over here, I might size him down a bit so we can have space to build. Now, like I said, this dude gives me jungle gym vibes. And you guys have to excuse, I haven't built in a long time in The Sims 4. So, yeah, just bear with me. We have a room like this. I think I'm gonna get rid of the bottom room down here. And then we're gonna let it stand on pillars. I don't know if we're gonna use rooms as pillars or if we're gonna use actual pillars as pillars. But I know I want to make it like wooden. Not wooden. But make it look plasticky. You know, like a plastic jungle gym. Going into the objects, I just quickly want to grab a jungle gym. Like, you know, this kind of style thing I really want to go for. And, you know, everything that gets attached to jungle gyms, I might actually attach the actual items to the build to make it look more like a jungle gym. Like, we can use this, although, you know, it's not really gonna attach because they need these platforms to attach to. Okay, what's happening over here? So this is how it basically works, you know. So we're gonna basically build something like this. So yeah, maybe I can actually use this, you know, the idea of this, obviously. Like, I can go small with this, just momentarily take that away and create a room down here. Okay, so that's almost very similar to what we had. I'm probably gonna have to turn on move objects. Oh, you cannot place them with move objects? Are you serious? Okay, you know what? I'll keep this attachment over here. That's the only way we're gonna attach that tunnel there. And we're gonna have to use more than that. It's just gonna look very jungle gymmy. And that is just so exciting, honestly. And trust me, while I'm building on the one house, I'm thinking of what I'm gonna do with the rest of the houses. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with Pretty Pegacorn over here. And I'm also gonna include the actual doll with the build somehow. I'll figure that out soon. Okay, well, what's this about? So we can attach a part of the house to there. Something like that. So far, for now. And maybe extend this part here a little bit for more space to do the interior. Is this looking like a jungle gym yet? Definitely not, but we're getting there. Actually, I might keep this extension up here. And then we just add a little roof situation. Add some pillars. We're gonna use a lot of pillars with this build. So I want to use the same pillar they have here maybe, or something similar. This color might be the best that we're gonna get out of this. Yeah, like I said, I want to go into a plasticky look, and I also want to use colors that suit our character over here. What the hell is your name again? Low Monster. Okay, yellow pipe. Maybe orange? Do we have orange? The blue can work as well. The blue and the yellow. No, we want to change. Okay, you know what? We can go into wooden, but just colorful wooden stuff. You know, because a play park is generally made of wood, so they can be sturdy enough for all of the weight of the children playing on them. Generally, I haven't seen a plastic jungle gym in quite some time. I don't think they make them in plastic anymore. Like, I might be wrong, but I can also be right. So I would love it if we could get these pillars in different colors. Like, let's just make sure with the other ones that we got. Yeah, plain boring wooden swatches. If we go into the other wooden ones, we at least get a color like this and red. So maybe I might use outdoor retreats. Don't go away. Pillars, because, you know, we get them in colorful colors. So in a way to mask the fact that they are overlapping a little bit over here, I'm just gonna grab some trims. So let's see what do we have? Yellow. I think this might work already. It doesn't really look jungle gym anymore. These ones might do the trick. So I'm still gonna go in with the plastic looking idea because we don't really have colorful wooden wall swatches for wall paints. So I'm gonna go into half wood, half plasticky look with this. And I like the idea of going half wood and half plasticky with this. Now, because this guy has red hair, I'm gonna give it a red roof. Like, doesn't this look adorable already? I mean, yeah. Now, this jungle gym also has this part to it. It looks like a bubble. Is there a possibility that I can place it here? Like, I just wish you could use these items with move objects. Like, I know we're not planning on actually using these bolts as actual houses for Sims to live in, but we are gonna furnish it to the best of our potential and stuff like that. But they are definitely maybe not going to be extremely functional. And that's not what I'm aiming for. I don't want functionality. I just want creativity for this video today, you know? Yeah. And they all gotta be tiny homes. Like, this is a very, very small house. Like, extremely small. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I think jungle gyms, I think sand. You know, sand pits, sand castles, sand toys, and generally it's just a nice soft environment for Sims to play in, or children in general, not just Sims. So I kind of want to make a little something outside before we get into the interior. Oh, I just wish I could attach it to this house without it glitching out. Like, haha. Not glitching out, it's just it doesn't want to be attached. Just look how cool that would have looked if we could just attach it, you know? Ooh, this thingy can be attached over here. Maybe we should actually attach it there. Or the bubble thingy that I wanted to use. Where the hell is that thingy now? Over here. So what's the height that we need for one of these? Oh, this is the height we need for it. Okay. Attach that to the building maybe. Okay, so I got a little excited with the playground equipment. I think this is starting to look much nicer than what we had before. We got the pipe, we got the slides, we got this thingy at the back here. And now the back of the house doesn't look so empty anymore, which is lovely. Wait, we can maybe add some more stuff, like the splash park equipment from Growing Together. Yeah, it's pretty cute. Okay, so I think it's maybe time to get into the interior. Now, this part scares me the most. So down here, I can already see that we're gonna have our bathroom over here. Nice and tucked away there. This is gonna be the little maybe kitchen area. This, you know, nothing is gonna go over here because it's way too small. What we can maybe put here, oh my gosh, I don't know. But let's just quickly figure out a bedroom here. We're still gonna go with the color schemes of the doll itself. Like, I want to focus on his red hair, the orange, the white, and the green. So this bedroom might be an eyesore to some of you, as it is for myself right now, but it's kind of cheerful and I like how it just suits the rest of the build, honestly. Now, this little part over here, I think I might turn into, you know, whatever I can fit in here, I'll turn it into that. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, so again, not functional, but I turned it into a little TV room. I mean, why not? Okay, for downstairs, we said here would be a bathroom. I see they upgraded the textures of the base game carpet. Pretty nice. Also, this dude over here is gonna clip, but yeah, it's one of those things. You know, blue and yellow kitchen will look adorable, I think. I hope. I feel. Okay, sorry people, but you're gonna have to stand and eat when it comes to this kitchen over here. But yeah, so it's only this little part over here that we still need to do. Like I said, this is just gonna be a little entranceway. There's nothing special about this part of the house. I kind of feel like the tree at the back makes it all come together, giving it the play park vibe. Alright, I simply just put a chair in here with some balloons against the walls. No, not balloons, but hot air balloons. And I might add another colorful bubble rug over here. I like to call it a bubble rug. What are they actually called? Just color theory. Okay. Well, yeah, I think this is good enough for our little monster house. It's pretty, well, colorful. And now we shall move on to the next build. And I think I might choose Pretty Pegacorn next. Now this is gonna be another colorful one, except it's gonna be very unicorn based. As you can see, I already grabbed some items over here that I think we can use in this build. I was thinking going suburban with this style. I don't know why, just something cute, pastel-y, like a pastel suburban kind of house. We'll see how that turns out. And of course with the unicorn aesthetics and all that stuff. Now I know she's an evil one, but I would really like to base this whole build off just her being a unicorn. Again, these homes are meant to be small, not extremely big. I'm gonna make her house facing this way. Like I said, we can go maybe semi-Victorian, make it look half like a little castle or something. It's really the best idea I have for this unicorn theme. Okay, you know what? Screw the suburban idea. Let's just go in with Victorian half castle and very pastel. I never know what to do with the roofs. Like up here, for example, like this can actually already work. Could lift her up so she can actually sit on this bench. I'm gonna use the door with the actual unicorn on it. That is so cool. Okay, what do we think about this so far? Like, I'm really not liking anything that's happening over here, but mainly because we have stripes of color everywhere. Usually I just go for everything being one plain color, but for the sake of this being pastel and cute, I think it kind of works. I added the rainbow up there, the pastel version of it. It kind of looks like you can pick up the house now, you know, like it has a little handle. I was wondering if it would look pretty if we added some plants to the roof. You know, just like that. I don't think that is overdone. I think it looks just perfect. Plants really make a house look nice, doesn't it? Especially when your house looks as horrible as this. Really, really helps. Of course, we cannot put trims over there, but we can put a trim around our little balcony at the back. How about a trim around our tower? That works. That actually does work. But maybe I'm gonna make my roof trim a bit thicker then. You know, make it chunkier. You know what? This actually works much better. I think this house is gonna be much easier to furnish than this one over here. Okay, I don't know how I'm feeling about these yellow windows, but for some reason I'm using them and I'm liking them. I think the white fits the pastel theme much better than the yellow. Yeah, it looks softer now and it still looks very good, I think. I keep seeing this rainbow as literally like a handle for you to pick up the house. Maybe that's the idea, I don't know. Make it like a little dollhouse that you can actually pick up with your two hands. I really like how this is turning out. It's so cute. We're gonna go in with some, what do we call these? Stitch by Primrose on the ground. Alright, I think this is looking cute enough for the exterior. As you can see, I'm making a little perimeter around each and every bowl. I thought the stones and the rocks and the few flowers looked very nice for the perimeter of this one. But anyway, let's get into the interior. First off, we gotta see where our bathroom will be. I think that will be our bathroom. This area over here, the kitchen area. Over here, the living room. And I think we shall maybe add a staircase for this one, since our house is actually big enough to add a staircase. Oh, that's aligned perfectly. Good. We're also gonna add the pastel colors inside. I mean, of course we are. We shall add some green along there and down this wall here. There we are. Gonna go with tiles, maybe a cute pink bathroom. So this whole upper floor, I think, will be the bedroom. And over here we can create, I'm not sure yet. I'll think about it as we go. I think this kitchen is pretty pastel enough. Although I might want to change the color of our cabinets. And also, I think this house might actually turn out to be pretty functional, but that's not my aim, so if it doesn't turn out that way, I'm not gonna be mad at it. Yeah, I actually like the pink staircase, that's adorable. Maybe instead of a TV room, we can just do a living room. Or no, maybe instead of a TV or living room, we can just do a little dining room over here. I think those actually look pretty nice. It's not exactly what we're looking for, but wait. I know of a better curtain we can use. I know of a way better one we can use. Over here. Do we get it more pastel-y than that? More in the plain colors we can get it pastel-y. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the rainbow one. I really like how they made the evil one, the colorful one. I mean, I would probably do that as well. If I were the one to design some stuff for The Sims 4, I would also make her the evil one because you wouldn't expect her to be evil, and that's what makes it awesome. I actually want my curtains to close up my windows over here, so they might be overlapping. Oh, actually not that bad. Okay, loving our rainbow curtains. And yes, I might overuse these curtains now because they're the best rainbow ones we have. I'm gonna use this shower because it looks very magical. I put the bunny up here because I don't know where to put it yet, but I think I might keep it over there. Alright, so the bathroom is finished. It's looking much fancier than the previous bathroom we did, but yes, this is a unicorn pastel-y house. So yeah, everything is gonna have to look fancy. This house being a jungle gym anyway, it does give the idea that everything is scattered, the total opposite of fancy. I might use this splash park thingy as a rug for this dining room. I mean, it kind of fits, doesn't it? I suppose we can have a few of these hearts around, although if you make them smaller, it creates a little box around it, which is gonna annoy the crap out of me, so I'm not gonna add that. This part over here can stay empty, I suppose, but maybe we can put a plant here. This whole floor is gonna be the bedroom, so we can go crazy. I'm still gonna use a single bed, and this is the perfect bed. I mean, come on, look at that. The rainbow pastel-y colors on that pillow over there. So perfect, so fitting. Now I know this is a llama, but it works. Oh no, I like the strawberries more. They're much cuter. Yes. And maybe just nothing over here, because I really just want to put something here and I don't know what. Oh, problem solved actually. This doesn't look that bad. Yeah, okay. So for this area in here, I was thinking maybe a little room where plants are cultivated and well kept. I would like to have some fantasy-ish plants going on over here because, you know, unicorns are pretty fantasy. So I would like to have plants that are like fantasy-based, like the mushrooms. I'm pretty sure the fairy pack will help us a lot with that. Okay, you know what? I think this is pretty good enough for a little plant nursery. Is it called a nursery? Yeah, I think so. Pretty cute little plant nook right over there, which means our pastel pegacorn house is finished. I think it's pretty cute. Let's move on to the next one, the one I've been dreading the most. So Wild Child is, like I said, very fantasy herself. It is very nature-esque as well, and also a little bit monstrous, but I would like to maybe attempt a tree house for her. So let's see how this goes. I'm not really good at building tree houses, but I mean, we can try our friggin' best, okay? So first off, we gotta get the size of the house we really want before we lift it up into the air. I think this should be big enough. Actually, no, it won't. Maybe this size, yes. And now we should lift it up without a foundation. Oh, wait, I forgot how to Sims. Excuse me, guys. We're just gonna do it this way. And actually make it nice and high. Take away the bottom floors. There we go. Okay, hopefully this isn't too high. I really hope this isn't. Wait, we can still adjust this, right? Yeah, there you go. What will be the best tree to use? I was actually thinking about using that tree stump that's actually like a chair. Yeah, will this work? Or we can just go the normal way, the more natural way as well, and use an actual tree with a nice long stem. Something like this, but just a bit bigger, thicker, and more widespread, like this guy over here. Now this means that the tree will run right through the house. But how much is it running through? Oh, it's running through the whole damn thing. Okay, we gotta enlarge our house just a little bit then, so we can have space on the inside for everything else that we need to add. Okay, maybe dude can move back just a tad bit. Yeah, don't really see how that's very stable. You know, it's technically stable if you look at it with a realistic eye, but I'm not so fond of this idea. Maybe rotate the tree a bit. It might be a great idea to focus on how the layout is gonna work on the inside. Do we have a... Oh, it's an opening up here. Why is there an opening up here? Now, and also, this gives the idea of it being in the wild. You know, Wild Child. Let's run it right through the tree stump. I mean, that's not the end of the world. This can automatically be turned into a bedroom, maybe. Make it a bit bigger, perhaps. Alright, that's okay. It's natural. We can make the little porch area go in a way around the house, but not all the way around the house. Look at these little toadstool shelves. Why would I not use these for the exterior as actual mushrooms? I mean, come on. These are adorable. And maybe we can attach some to the tree down here. I mean, who's gonna stop me? Only myself. But I'm not gonna stop myself because this idea is just too freaking adorable to not do. I think I'm gonna stick with only red mushrooms. Where the frick is the house? Oh my gosh. I'm such an idiot. I thought I lost my house somehow just now. Oopsie. Some of the mushrooms can be white, but I love how the red just pops, you know? It just pops better. Oh, wait. Oh no, we cannot really put these on an angle, so we're gonna have to use them the way they are. Freaking cool. I love the mushrooms. Mushrooms are the best. Although I don't eat mushrooms, they kind of gross me out. But I like mushrooms themselves. They are so mysterious, actually. Gonna have some white ones in between to break the red just a little bit. Nice and swampy. Not swampy, but yeah, kind of. Mushrooms are kind of swampy, aren't they? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Mushrooms are mushroomy. They are fungi. You get it? Fungi. They're fun guys. They're very fun. I think this is gonna be my new favorite thing to do ever. And that's just adding plants to roofs now. Ugh, I can't see shite. Where am I? Ugh, here I am. Okay. But I'm gonna keep the doll sitting on the floor. I really like her sitting on the floor. You know, it feels more natural sitting on the ground or the floor instead of a chair. I don't know. Instead of, you know, normal carpeting, we can maybe have plants as natural carpeting. I don't know. But I mean, obviously I'm gonna add something underneath this, but I've never done something like this before. So let's take it for a test drive. I really like the side angle of this. You know, the mushrooms. I'm pretty sure people know about this technique and I just discovered it. So you know what? To me, it's something new. Something, you know, out of the ordinary as opposed to what I usually do with bulbs. Okay, pretty good. Okay, let's get into some windows. Oh, like these ones. Now we don't want to interrupt our mushrooms. Mushrooms are part of the family. Now for the perimeter of this one, I think I'm gonna go with dirt. I mean, cause trees, they grow where soil and dirt is, right? So I think that's pretty good for the trees perimeter. And I think around it, I might do a small strip of darker soil. It's gonna be barely visible, but as you can see, it makes a difference. And I really think that a little pond down here will look pretty nice and fitting as well. I mean, that's just adorable. Now I'm gonna use these toadstools as actual mushrooms and not really for the sake of sitting on them. Although you can, but they're more meant to be actual mushrooms than chairs. Yeah, that is pretty cute. And finally, we can get to the interior of this house. Now, this is gonna be a bit tricky, building with the tree in our way, but we're not building, but adding items with the tree. But it's okay. We can have a rustic bath over there. How does that look? Pretty normal. Oh, this is so perfect. Yeah, okay, you know what? I think this is good enough for the bathroom. I will add lights in a minute. So as you can see, the lighting in this part is a bit different than the others. It's because we have the ladder over here. I kind of like the natural light that we have here. It doesn't really bother me at all. I think I might leave curtains out for this one so that we can always get natural light in here. If you don't know what to add in a corner, a plant is always your to-go-to. Remember that, okay? It doesn't look very good though. And again, I think I might go into a dining area only because of the size of this place. You know what? I think this is simple enough. Not too overbearing, but also not too empty. I kind of like it. Also, I added a little fireplace. Isn't that cute? Yes, it is. Okay, time for the bedroom. So this is one gorgeous ass bed, but it's way too big for this one. This is kind of adorable. It looks like it's a bed fit for camping, you know, that you would find in a cabin. Yeah, it's pretty adorable, and it's nice and fitting too. Kind of like this string of fairy lights as well. Well, are these even fairy lights? No, they're just string lights. Boring old string lights, but very, very cool for this idea. Let's maybe break it off on this side and make it look like it's coming down and just hanging over there. And they kind of look like little mushrooms as well. I think I might use the moss rug in the bedroom. That's looking pretty nice. But okay, I guess this means our wild child house is finished. Damn. Okay, on to the next one. The creepy looking one, but very nice and very creative. Like I said, I was thinking about building a mausoleum for this doll. Are they the right size? The same size? Yeah, there we go. So here's a few items I thought I could use in her house. So yeah, I might make use of all three of these items. Alright, so mausoleums are creepy little buildings usually found in graveyards. What I'm gonna do here is add some, gosh, I might be wrong by calling these buttresses, but yeah, I think they're called buttresses. I'm not really sure. Add a little roof coming up nice and sharp and creepy like. Oh, that's already looking accurate. Add small little sharp roofs like so, and bring them over to the other side. Luckily for us, we have a lot of creepy windows we can use for this one. Are we gonna go with a white? You know, this matches her hair color, which is pretty cool. Oh, these are smaller ones. They can come up there. Now, our imaginary friend, despite looking so gothic and creepy, is very creative, which means we're gonna add like a art studio inside of this house somehow. You know, we'll figure it out. I might actually use the fence as her little perimeter, you know, or maybe just two over here and create like a very small little graveyard just for aesthetic wise, I suppose. These ones are nice, or this one is nice. Yeah, that's a bit less overbearing. Now I want to add a little something at the front here. For now, I'm just going to take away this window, copy and paste this roof, swing it around and place it at the front here. Okay, this roof trim sure seemed to bring it together very nicely. Now I know I got rid of the light colored windows, but it's really just to make everything suit each other nicely, you know. I mean, this can kind of work. Also, I have to say, this is my first time building something similar to a mausoleum. So if this doesn't really look like a mausoleum once I'm done with it, that's the reason why. I don't naturally build stuff like this. But I know they are generally creepy looking buildings. And I shall try my best to add creepiness to this. Simply because she just looks creepy. That's why this is gonna look creepy when it's done. Okay, these things really make a big difference to the build in general. I kind of like it. Okay, I think the exterior is absolutely good enough. Here's our little graveyard as promised, with a dead tree in the middle. Our dolly sits over there. This is a memorial piece of some sort. The only last thing I would love to add is some of these dried up vines and stuff to the exterior walls. I would really be interested in knowing what your guys' opinions are on each and every build. Like if you want to rate the builds from 1 to 10, you know, each one of them. It would be so cool to see that in the comments. And which one is your favorite? We got to figure out the interior. I'm definitely using this dollhouse in this. Little monster also has one over here. Pretty adorable. The interior walls can look catacomby, but like I said, this is Crafty Kid. She doesn't just look creepy, she is very creative and she's one of the nice ones. So Crafty Kid will have an easel, maybe a pottery making station, and what's this? Woodworking table? Maybe we shall have one in here instead of living rooms and stuff. Now I'm liking this area over here. You know, these cloudy rugs. They make me think of her hair, you know, the bright white hair. And it also looks a little fantasy-esque, you know, which I really appreciate. It's not all just doom and gloom. We also have a few patches of light, you know, a few patches of light. Speaking of light, I need to add lights. I don't like things tucked away like this, but for this build, I'll allow it. I will allow it. Okay, now I want a smallish dresser that won't take up too much space, like this guy over here. Or maybe put this on an angle rather. Yeah, I'm not liking that. Yeah, okay. Bedroom finished. Not doing too much there. Maybe a carpet, but I feel like it doesn't look so empty. You know, it's not empty enough to say that we must add a carpet or something. Kitchen. We're gonna go with these counters from the Living Dead pack. I'm just kidding. It's called Life and Death. Yeah, there's not much going on in this kitchen. Sorry guys, it's a bit small. But maybe we can get away with some counters. I mean cabinets. Could get away with some cabinets. Alright, and then the bathroom. We gotta cover up this window. This one, you know, it works. It works. I'm feeling a little lazy now, but I'm trying not to be. Because it's the last build. I don't know how long I've been building. Okay, holy shit, I've been building for 4 hours now. Wow. I've built for longer than that, but you know, it's been a while since I built and all I wanted to do was build something, and this is why I'm doing this video today. Like, damn, it really has been a while. Toilet is installed. We shall need a sink and at least a shower because these bathrooms are tiny. And a shower. Oh my gosh, this shower isn't working over here. Of course it's not. But it's gonna have to... Okay, you know what? Let's just put it in this corner. Yeah, that's fine. That's good enough. Maybe a little carpet. Not that it's necessary. But alrighty, you guys. I think we are finally done. Oh, we got some glitchinesses over here. I'm not gonna do a tour of these builds because especially with this one, I'm gonna struggle my ass off with the camera. You guys saw the interior of each and every build. But just to refresh your memory, this is the interior of the Jungle Gym house. Inspired by this dude over here. Lil Monster. This is the interior of the pastel house, the unicorn pastel house. It's actually a very nice interior. Like I said, we don't want to overdo it too much. And this house is inspired by Pretty Pegacorn. And then we have the wild house, the tree house. To refresh your memory, this is the interior. There's a bathroom in here. And of course, this is inspired by Wild Child. Hey, can we see your face, please? She's pretty adorable. I really like Wild Child. And then we have the mausoleum, inspired by Crafty Kid, with a lot of crafting items on the inside. And yeah, while looking pretty creepy, it's still a very crafty place to live in. Bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, you name it. And that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, rate my builds from 1 to 10. I mean, you can rate them individually if you want to, or you can rate all 4 of them as a whole. And do let me know which one is your favorite. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one.